They say some doors don't slam. They close so quietly you almost thank the person for walking out. The night my parents skipped my housewarming, I didn't cry. I just blew out the candles one by one until the room was dark enough to see things clearly. My name's Isla Gray, and that was the last time I waited for my family to show up. The text came at 8:47 p.m. We'll skip it. Your brother just moved, too. No apology, no heart emoji, just a digital shrug glowing against the dark. I stared at it until the words blurred into reflections across the window glass. The table was already set, 15 seats, candles flickering like nervous stars, the ocean humming just outside the villa. I designed every inch of that place, from the cedar beams to the glass walls that caught the sunrise. My first home, my dream project. I left the table as it was, untouched, waiting, and locked the door.
Tell me something.
Have you ever been quietly erased by your own family? I have. And the truth is, it doesn't start big. It starts small, like a soft eraser on paper, brushing away lines until you're just a faint outline where a person used to be. When I was 8, Christmas mornings smelled like cinnamon and disappointment. My mother's heels clicked against tile as she said, "Open yours first, Eli." My little brother, the golden one. His box was always wrapped in gold paper, mine in something plain. Inside mine?
Socks.
A notebook. "You love writing things down," she'd remind me, as if predictability was a gift. When I was 10, Eli danced on stage at the spring show, all spotlight and applause. My dad lifted him high and said, "That's my boy." A week later, I brought home a blue ribbon from the science fair, a solar car built from scrap wood and tinfoil. Dad looked at it, nodded, and said, "Nice. Just don't stay up too late next time." That's when I learned something awful. Silence can be a survival skill. By 12, I'd stopped asking for recognition. When Eli joined the soccer team, there were banners and dinners. When I got into the state robotics program, Mom just said, "Remember to help your brother with his project later." It wasn't hatred. It was absence, a quiet forgetting that grew like dust in corners no one cleaned. So, I found my world in the shed behind our house. The air there smelled like cedar and rust. I'd sandwood until my arms ached, building things no one asked for, things that were mine. One summer, I built a crooked little table. Uneven legs, rough edges. But it stood. It stood. And for the first time, I thought, this won't be forgotten. That table followed me everywhere. Dorms. Studios. My first apartment. When I graduated with a degree in architectural design, that same old table became my first drafting desk. My mother used to say Eli was the heart of the family. Maybe he was. But I was the foundation, invisible until I cracked. The message that broke me came on a Thursday. I just finalized the designs for my new coastal villa, the one HGTV had agreed to feature. The sky outside was split between silver and blue, the sea restless. My phone buzzed once. "We'll skip your housewarming. Your brother just moved, too." That was it.
No greeting.
No question mark. I stared at the screen for a long time, then typed 2 words. "That's fine." Then I turned the phone face down. The house hummed with quiet, ocean wind pressing against glass, the faint smell of cedar oil, and paint still in the air. The table I'd built for the evening stretched toward the horizon. 15 chairs. Equal distance. No head seat. Something inside me didn't break, it shifted. I wasn't angry. I was done waiting. That night, I opened my old leather notebook and drew a line down the middle of a page. On one side, I wrote those who always had a seat. On the other, those who never did. Names filled the page faster than I expected. Cousins ignored at reunions, friends who'd been left out, my grandmother who'd been told she talked too much. When the list was done, I underlined it.
Once. Hard.
Then I wrote 3 words at the top. Everyone belongs here. And that's when the plan began. At 2 a.m., I rolled out tracing paper across my dining table and drafted the blueprint of a night.
Lines.
Light sources. Seating symmetry.
No hierarchy. No forgotten corners.
By dawn, my blueprint looked like architecture for something holy, a floor plan for belonging. The next morning, I started sending messages. Dinner this Saturday. My place.
Come angry.
I called Rachel, an old friend who'd spent too many holidays alone. My cousin Noah, who hadn't been invited to the last reunion. Aunt Claire, who'd been told her laugh was too much. Each yes felt like oxygen. By noon, the villa was alive again, deliveries arriving, candles unpacked, linens folded. I measured, adjusted, rearranged, until everything felt balanced. At the hardware store, the clerk asked, "Big party?" I said something like that. He smiled. He didn't know he was selling me supplies for a revolution.
When?